Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jadi and this is Geeking Jadi, and I'm recording another video of practical programming practices. The idea is solving some programming exercises where we are practicing first our programming language, second our programming logic. Here we have this is again is from a CTF challenge, capture the flag. This is a game hackers play. It's warm up, super easy, but can help you to understand some logic. Also makes you more and more familiar with dictionaries and with your strings. This is a general idea behind this. In this series, I'm not going to challenge you to solve this by understanding what should be done. I will tell you what should be done, but we will practice the programming part of it. It's called Mayday. We are thinking. The nearest ship got our S.O.S calls, but they replied in a gobbledygook. This is their gobbledygook answer, and we have to check what it is. The answer is in the form of TFC CTF, curly bracket open, something here. This gobbledygook should be decoded for here, and curly bracket closed. This is warm up. They just want to check if you understand the competition. It's super easy. In less than a second, anyone who works in the or solves challenges in the cryptography will know what should be done. This is a notation. I'm not sure what's the main name, but it's often called Alpha Bravo alphabet. Alpha Bravo. It is used in communications in army, because if you just call someone and you try to tell them press H, they would say press F. No, H, like hello. There is a code for this. Whenever you want to say H, you should say hotel. Whenever you want to say W, you should say whiskey. So you call someone and say whiskey hotel for Tango. It means WH for T. These are all formalized. So we have a dash here. So dash is this, because it says the format is this. So what should be done? You have this string. You have to replace the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0 with equivalent digits. 0 will become 0. If you wanted to communicate Z, I think it's Zulu. You have to say Zulu and the operator will type Z. And then you have to find the first letter of each word. You can go and solve it by yourself. I will add this to the video description. Also, all of these are in my repository, jadi/practical programming practices, if you wanted to solve them by yourself one by one without watching videos. Anyway, you can go and solve it yourself, or in 3 seconds I will describe how I would solve it. Then you can go and try again, or wait and I will actually solve it. If I wanted to solve this, I would go with str equals this. Now I have this, and I would create a dictionary for example, specials. And I would say specials is a dictionary in which 1 translates to 1, 2 translates to 2, and everything else. Then I would split this into specific words based on space, or as we write in handwriting like this, just to show that this is a space. So I would create a words equals this split with space. So words will be a list of every single of these words. Then I would check if this word is in specials or not. If yes, I would return this. Otherwise, I would return the first letter. This way, I would reach the answer and I would print off. You can go and try it yourself. Or wait a second and I will write it. If I wanted to write this, I would select this. Would go to my programming environment. I would say str equals this. Cool. Words equal str split with space. A big program which is working used to be a small program which was working. So I would say for w in words, print w, just to make sure that everything is okay up to now. It is. Then I would create a dictionary and say specials equals, it's a dictionary, cool. 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4, I should have a AI assistant to do this for me. 4 is 4, 5 is 5, 6 is 6, 7 is 7, 8 is 8, 9 is 9, 0 is 0. And also we had dash here. So dash is this one. And dash is dash. Cool. Now I can go through all the words and say for w in words, if, okay, w first time is whiskey, then it's hotel, then it's 4. I can say if w in specials, if any of these keys, print specials w. If the key exists, print the equivalent. So for 4, it would print 4. Else, if it's not in the keys, print w0. Just print the first character. This should work. Let's see. Okay, it's working very nice. But we have one issue. It's printing like this. We need all of them in one line. On Python, I can say end this with nothing. Normally print ends in a new line, which in programming world is this one. So when print is done, it ends in a new line and goes to the next line. But if I say end in something, instead of this, it will end in this. For example, I can say end in 3 stars and run it. And this one too. End in 3 stars. It printed the first word and then 3 stars. The second and 3 stars. I can say end in nothing. Don't go to the next line and don't do anything. Just continue printing. Now it says this one. I need a print here in the end just for a new line to make it prettier. That character means there was no new line here. So it says, what are you thinking about? Very funny because the ship sent, we are thinking. And now it says, what are you thinking about? Super. So this is the answer and we have the answer and we learn to program. We can make it even more fun. On Python Word, first, whenever you wanted to check something, you can open a terminal. Let me open a terminal here. It's always cool to install first and then run IPython. We do this often. We try if we are doing things correctly. You can create a dictionary here and say 1 is 1, 2 is 2. I have a dictionary and I can say D1, it will return 1. D2 will return 2. But if I say follow, I will get nothing. Subscribe and follow, please. So I will get an error because there is no key. To solve this, it's a very, very common pattern to say, if something in this dictionary, return it, else return this. Just like the one I wrote here. If W in specials, return it. Otherwise, return this. So there is a nice shortcut here. D get 1. It gets the value for the key 1. But if something is not there, it won't throw an error, just returns nothing. And the fun part is you can have something here. Now, the get will try to read the index garbage from D. It's not there, so it will return this. If it was there, it would return the value. So it's nice shorthand to make things more fun. So here I can say, I won't need this. It is enough to say, print for every single word in this list, print special get W. If it's not there, return back W in index 0. And end this print with nothing. So it says, what are you thinking about? Super, super duper fun. Hope you enjoy it. Write it for yourself. Maybe in another method, there are different ways to answer questions. The main part is you should be familiar and very easy to write this, to code this, to run this, to debug this, and this kind of stuff. Have fun and practice your programming with fun examples.